Whatever. So, KHF does these live streams, eh? This is the thing he was talking about. Well, not much. I'm not one for people, but this is what he wanted me to do. This is what he wanted me to do. But I suppose I'll wait for people to get here before I properly introduce myself, but they'll probably know who I am. Hey. Name's Squall Leonhardt. Seed Mercenary. Don't really care much for people, but KHF got me to do this live stream of his. What does he mean, cosplay? Whatever. You see, with KHF's insistence that we're best buddies, he got me to do this stupid lunch live stream. It's not even lunchtime. It's 3 o'clock his time. So why does he want me to have lunch now? Whatever. These are the views he gets. For this, he brought me on. Alright, whatever. Hey, everybody. Careful of the hot dog lines. Well, I didn't even bother risking it with the hot dog lines. No, KHF normally starts off with banana, but I'm gonna start it off differently. This is my live stream. I'm having grapes. Organic. Renault only lets me shop from the organic aisles. So what is it we do here? You just watch me eat? Do I talk or have a nice day? I never do. Well, I guess since Renault came into my life, things have been a bit better. Don't have to worry about sorceresses anymore, so I guess that's a plus. Good morning to you. Whoever you are. Want to catch us buddies? Hey, or buddies like he claims I am. Whatever. I do have my trusty gunblade on hand, though be careful handling one of these, it's extremely dangerous. It's the whole stree? What? What the hell's the stree? What's a stree? Stream. What's the whole stream? This is the whole stream? This is what I do. I just sit in front of a camera and just pretend I give a crap. That's dumb. Is the whole stream gonna be like this? Well, this is what KHF asked me to do, so I'm doing it. So I guess ask away whatever questions you want to know. That's why I eat these grapes. Still nice to see you coming out of your shell. Well, I guess I have a certain sorceress to thank for that. Sorry, too tired, we'll go back to bed then. You gotta sleep, it's important. It's one thing you'll learn being a soldier on the front lines is sleep is important. That one still has stem in it. How's physical male performance exactly? See, this guy gets it. That's why most of the time I'm just lying on my bed thinking. You've got to not just be physically ready, but mentally ready at all times. Possibly sleep for 6 to 7 hours. Well, that's good, but it's good to get the full 8. Where possible. I normally only get about 2 hours sleep, but it's not normally because I'm called to duty. It's normally because Zell or Selfie want to wake me up for something stupid. Whenever I hear that knock on my door, I'm like, oh, okay, so who's going to ruin my day today? Garden Festival Committee. I don't give a crap about the festival. Not my thing. Only go because I kind of have to, because for whatever reason Sid made me the head of Seed, even though I'd been on one mission. You know, KHF informed me this would be fun, but I'm not really seeing it. Sorry. Oh. There goes a grape. And it would kill me. I finally beat Cypher. I'm 3-0 against him. I mean, I do owe this to him, but I am 3-0 against him. So he doesn't even fight anymore. He's literally gone fishing. You'd think he'd be in jail because of his war crimes or whatever, but no, he's gone fishing. Surely a worse punishment. But I guess it's okay because he was just a misguided good guy. You see, Square. That's the thing. If you were a good guy who just went down a bad path, then you're fine. You're off the hook. And treason against God, and one of his many war crimes. All this because he thought Ultimisha would suck him off. Loser. Talk about being a knight. Well, I guess I kind of see the appeal. I'm a knight of a sorceress myself. Cypher's just a pathetic narcissist. You know what? You and I can be friends. Even when we were kids, he was all like, look who I am, I'm the toughest guy here, all Zach cry, Zelly cry. Yeah, I didn't care. As long as I was with Sis, I was happy. Right, I do have a sandwich here, because I understand he eats sandwiches here. Don't have any hot dogs, unfortunately, but to get in that line, you have to get up super early. Got myself a smoked ham and egg with mayonnaise sandwich, with mustard, sandwich. And there was just a question I missed. At least Jordan went to a good loving sorceress. Brought out the better side of me. What can I say? And all it took was for her to finally shut up for me to realize it. This is a good sandwich. What is that thing that mustard greater than mayo? See, this guy gets it. Oh. What a canister, how nice of him. Leave that for me. Never realised what you truly had until it's gone. Well, I suppose, but it was more just that she gave me 5 seconds to actually think, and I thought, oh, well, actually, now that she shuts up, I kind of want her speaking again. But, you know, you take the quiet moments where you can. Shouldn't laugh, but oh well. I look like an emo pilgrim. What's a pilgrim? Zell would probably know the answer, being the history nerd that he is. Though he mostly cares about the history of punching things. Whatever. Starts blasting Lincoln Park. Who are they? I don't know, maybe since she's always in the library. She's always looking at romance novels and things like that. Things about falling in love, all that gooey romance crap. And then she expects me to behave in that manner. And I'm just like, no. No, I'm not doing that. Although she did read an interesting book recently, 50 something, and she wants us to try it in the bedroom. So we'll see how that works out. What did you do to KHF? Concluded on Tom can you save him? You're asking where's KHF? You're asking why he's not here? Is that what you're asking? Are you asking me why KHF isn't here? I'm waiting for an answer. Well, what if he was? Oh shit! I was waiting for that big reveal and then I knocked the camera down. Hey, it was me all along. As you all know, I'm a master of disguise. I had you fooled there, didn't I? Oh gosh. So yeah, this is my costume for the next MCM. I've even got a body crayon to do the scar and everything. I'm a master of disguise. Oh gosh, I was waiting for someone to ask what happened to KHF so I could do that. What if he was? Oh. It was fun while it lasted. Oh, part the wig came out. Oh well. I think the wig's a little too long anyway. I'm gonna try trimming it a bit. As well, Squirrel does have that bit of hair dripping down. It doesn't like cover his eyes or anything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna trim it a little bit. But this costume is actually really good. But I do have to ask about this costume when having to put it on. Nomura, what's with all the belts? Like, what's your obsession with belts and zippers? It's that was wonderful, but the emo pilgrim was funny. Maybe I'll try and do another live stream like fully as Squall in the future. But yeah, Nomura, what's with all the belts? Like, why do you have a fascination with belts? But anyway, Squall, costume I never thought in a million years I'd be doing and be excited about doing, but yeah, here we are. What can I say? I've been on a spiritual quest. Oh gosh, I had that moment, that epic moment planned out in my head and then it was botched. I'm basically the shock master right now. Oh gosh, that was embarrassing. Shockmaster was an idea that was never going to work anyway, but... Things going okay at my job? Yeah, things are fine at my job. They get paid for this, so... It's going to be doing KHF, what are you? I was in this half all along. Goodness gracious me. At least when I'm cosplaying as Squall, if people ask for a picture, I don't have to smile. I just have that kind of, you know, face like a slapped ass look. Just kind of whatever. But I realised, like, his whole arms crossed, head down thing, I've realised that I do that, and I don't know if I started doing it when I started replaying the game or if I've always done it, but I'm noticing I've picked up a lot of Squall mannerisms. Hey, method acting, I'm getting into character. And I could have gotten away with it while being middling Chewy. Well, I didn't get away with it, I came clean, People like, if people join the stream now, they're going to wonder why I have a fake scar down my face and I'm wearing this, boa-lined jacket. You want to know what this is all about? Rewind the stream. So yeah, finally completed my replay of Final Fantasy VIII. But you know, like, the stuff I was saying about Cypher earlier, that has always bothered me about the ending. Like, Cypher committed a lot of war crimes. Like, he launched the missiles against, what was it, Trobania Garden, which caused thousands of deaths. Well, hundreds if not thousands of deaths. And, you know, he nearly brought an end to the world. He activated the lunatic Pandora, which brought all the monsters down from the moon and whatnot, and he's allowed to go away scot-free. Is the old bank nearby following Edgeworth? What? Okay. I know that's an Ace Attorney thing, but... Right. Then again, with all the things that changed between me and Final Fantasy VIII, like, while I was replaying it, the one thing that actually got worse, amongst all the things that got better, was my opinion of Cypher. Like, I never liked Cypher, but playing it again made me absolutely hate that whiny man baby. Ugh. So when you make Tidus look manly, you know something's up. Well, actually, maybe that's going a bit too far, but Cypher wasn't either douchebag accused bosses of stealing stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. With a horrible fashion sense. Well, his fashion sense was a bit better in the original game, but and he's a bit older in the original game, but still, he's still the whiny man baby who nearly brings about the end of the world just because he wants Ultimecia to suck him off. And because he realised Squall has a bigger dick than him. Hey, look, this is my raunchiest show. I'm going all out. But you know Square's policy, it's alright because they were just a misguided good guy. No! No, this kid committed thousands of war crimes. He committed treason against God and he caused countless deaths. He nearly brought an end to the world. He's responsible for time compression. This kid should be facing a death sentence, but no. Just got too caught up with his dreams. He just got too caught up with his dreams. It's all okay. Look, he's going fishing and laughing with his friends now. It's all alright. Simon Donner's want both you and Squall. Yeah, I always thought there was some underlying thing to Squall and Cypher's relationship. And it wasn't Renoa. And I've just realised I'm really dark here. I'm gonna turn the light on. Give you a look at some of the belts. I don't have the leg belts on because they keep slipping down at the moment. But I'm figuring out ways to fasten those. KHF, do I watch prods. He's got a skill on this trope. Look at Rudy returned, yay! And the peasants rejoice. Can I lower that? Oh, it's tipping. It's tipping. There we go. Oh. No! Darkness does not want my booty! Well, she probably does, but no, I don't want darkness! Oh. Goodness. And so the darkness stuff starts up. Oh, that was a good sandwich. But you guys didn't really think I was going deep down into your magic becomes a magic princess? What? Anyway, you guys didn't really think I was going to do this without eating a banana, did you? Although those grapes were really good, but, you know, gotta get my 5 a day, so... So, there we go. I look like such a twat. I look like such a twat. Can fantasize that banana is him. Oh. Hey. Quistis was kind of creepy when it comes to school. I know she's a year older than him, but still she's his teacher. Yeah, but yeah, it's all about the feelings when they were kids, and she misunderstood the feelings. They were actually sisterly feelings. It was stupid. But Squall's an idiot for turning down Quistis. I mean, come on, dude, you had the perfect setup for a night of sex with her, and you told her to go talk to a wall. It's like, mate, what is wrong with you? The hottest woman in the whole game, debatably in the entire franchise, and you blew it. And yet here I am dressed as you. Oh gosh. But it's like I said though, all the things have changed between. I still don't like Final Fantasy VIII, but I'm not at the point where I loathe it like I used to. I'm still not fond of the plot or the junctioning system, but I'm not as angry as I once was. Right. It's just banana. Oh, and if you haven't already, you need to go see Avengers Endgame. Go see that movie. You need to see that movie. Do not let it be spoiled for you. Go watch that movie. I watched it opening night. It is amazing. And don't you even think of bringing up spoilers in this chat. Not that there's really anybody here to spoil it for, but alright. This jacket's getting a bit too clingy. Taking that off. Whew. Right. Oh, sorry, that was getting a bit too sticky for me. It's gone sign for the spoiler brigade. I did yesterday. I think I need a hug. Oh, come here, give me a hug. Give me for a hug. There's your cyber hug. Yeah, Darkness loves your guns. Well, she'd probably love the gunblade. This would probably be her ideal sex toy because it's a gun that explodes when you pull the trigger. So, speaking of, someone spoiled the movie because of bloody hell. But that doesn't surprise me of how violent the world is. It's like how angry we've become at one another. It's like, I saw an article on Twitter about fans debating about whether the film had enough LGBTQ representation, and I'm just like, can't we just enjoy the film? Do we have to fight about everything? Can't we just enjoy the film? And I mean, I'm all for LGBTQ representation, I really am, but it's like, Can't we just enjoy something for once without arguing about it? By the way, you said Darkness enjoys the guns. What, these guns? I can barely call these guns, but it's a start. I get mad when people spoil stuff, but geez, not that mad. I truly try to avoid spoilers, but damn, YouTube, give me some recommendations. Yeah, YouTube will do that. YouTube. I can't remember when was the last time I watched anything related to Tenchi Muyo, but YouTube, like yesterday, gave me a recommendation for Tenchi in Tokyo. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know when it was the last time I watched anything Tenchi related, but damn, YouTube. Sorry that I'm kind of like half in darkness today. The lighting's not particularly good today. I don't have any like professional lights or anything, so sorry about that. What was that about? Oh, I was about to eat these, but I forgot I was on stream. I don't want the crunching. My fur babies are goofing around. Mine's asleep on my bed, so she's probably not going to be showing up for this stream. Sorry about that. In darkness. Oh, for goodness sake. That was a poor choice of words on my account. Somebody was commenting like on a on one of my I'm in love but not in love. Hold on. When it comes to LGBTQ stuff, I'm personally indifferent because I really don't see it as much of a big deal as people make it out to be. Well, the thing is, like, if we're, you know, truly accepting, it shouldn't be a big deal because it's not a big deal. And I'm not saying there shouldn't be. That's not to say I don't think there should be representation and all that. I know I have to cover all my bases with this because the internet likes to distort things people say. No, I'm all for it. I'm just saying that, you know, it shouldn't be a big deal because being of a certain sexuality is not a big deal. So you are who you are is what I'm saying. Anyway, this is probably gonna spark controversy, so probably should change to the topic. Yeah, when I did one of my it's the final film in the Infinity Saga, and this is what people are only worried about. Exactly. Anyway, shifting gears. I did one of my I'm in love, but actually I'm secretly in love, but not in love with Darkness posts on YouTube, and somebody who'd never seen KonoSuba, like, he commented on it, being like, "This is the girl people are accusing you of," and I was like, of being in love with, and I'm like, yeah. What did you think she'd be really ugly or something? And I was like, yeah. And I explained like the reason I'm hesitant is because of the whole, you know, masochist part of Darkness's character, and he didn't fully believe me when I said she's a masochist. He actually asked me if I'm sure. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. That's the joke with her character, is that she's the kind of tank who doesn't hit anything and just stands there taking the hits because it gets her off. So, and I've watched the series. I'm up to number 7 in the visual novels. I had to show you what number 7 is. So like, I know, and like, all things aside, why would I make that up about a character? I mean, I know when I've been being KHF, I've exaggerated certain aspects of a character before. I was like, oh, this character's a whore because she makes this reference to her boobs or whatever, but like, when I'm just being me, like, I don't do that, so it's like, why would I make that up? And if he was expecting her to look more seductive, if she's that kind of character, again, that's the joke. It's like, just looking at her, you wouldn't think that. And I mean, I'm not mad about this. I'm just curious as to why they think I'd lie about it. But if you're watching like this stream or you're watching the replay or whatever, like, I honestly don't mean any offense. I'm just curious more than anything. Uh, it's true of all the KonoSuba. Well, so, sorry, I was just reading that comment, like, I'm LGBT myself, but I think people are making too big a deal out of this. I'd like rather not to get special treatment. Most LGBTQ people I know are like that. They're like, you know, because they don't want it to be a big deal. I've got friends who are homosexual, so. And even they think like that situation is ridiculous. But again, trying to. What's that? Well, something just flew by. I don't know what it was. Probably a mosquito or something. But it's not really mosquito season, so. Anyway, so my legs are. Is it the baby? No. Something flew by me. Don't know what it was. Don't know where it's gone. It was only about this big, so there goes the blade. Just check it's alright because I got this from the eBay seller Cosjoy, who I've bought from before, who do really good props. Do really nice props, but they are sensitive. They break very easily. I can tell you from experience. So I'm being very careful with this gun blade. I'm trying to think what else there is to talk about. I mean, have you ever heard of a man of Man at Arms, the blacksmith who makes real versions of fictitious weapons? I have heard of him actually. I haven't watched any of his stuff, but I do know of him. I am aware of him. Would not ask him to make me an actual gun blade because I wouldn't be allowed. Probably wouldn't be allowed outside, let alone into the convention with it. This is made of wood. It's very light, so they should let me in with it. If not, whatever. I can still be squalled by just crossing my arms and looking defeated. So I keep seeing myself with this scar and this fake scar, and I just just think I look ridiculous. It doesn't look too bad, but like if you get a closer look at it, it is clearly just like a body crayon thing. We spent most of the morning today playing Sonic Mania on my Switch. Man, I love that game. I would probably prefer Ryoko's Scissor Sword and Vorpal Blade from Alice the Madness Returns. Yeah, I haven't watched Kill la Kill actually. That's one I need to watch. And sorry, she can have a scissor blade. Squall can have a gun blade, even though it's ridiculous. But I said this in the Lost episode. I like to call it, the one where everything went wrong. So before, like KHF would say about this thing, like that it's the ideal weapon for him because it's moronic, idiotic, makes no sense, it's completely random, and is a complete failure as a weapon, but it gets the job done. So, in essence, it's just like me. Ridiculous, but it gets the job done. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to cover the camera there. I melted it down a ton of scissors to make it. That's cool. When you say Scissor Blade, it makes me think of Scissor Man from the Clock Tower series. Hey, there's an idea for a death battle: Scissor Man versus what's her name from Kill la Kill. That she'd probably win because of all her anime bullcrap. But then you never know. I was never really a huge fan of Tidus. Nobody's a huge fan of Tidus. Tidus is even more of a man baby than Cypher, even though I said the opposite earlier. Jesus. Heyo! Hey, good. Hey, no, Taki, you missed me. You missed me in a really convincing performance as Squall earlier. I mean, everybody was fooled. They all thought I disappeared. But then there was a big reveal and a absolute failure because I knocked the camera down. KHF is a Scooby-Doo man. I know one of the lines I've got coming up in Ghost Stories is "I'll suck you off for a Scooby snack." Maybe that's what Ultimisha whispered in Cypher's ear when she possessed Renoa. Activate the lunatic Pandora and I'll suck you off for a Scooby snack. Did the fail involve you gain that cut? No, the cut is it's me trying to do Squall's scar for the sake of the cosplay. I have to actually, yeah, it's a body crayon. I have to wash that off later. But oh, what was I saying? I believe I was hating on Tidus and how Yuna can do better than him, like with me, because Yuna is my Final Fantasy waifu. Well, KHF has all the waifus, though, doesn't he? There's a timeline where Tidus didn't come back and Yuna ended up... Oh, no, because the audio drama, Yuna said she's in love with someone else just to spite him, but in my version of the event, she is! And the KHF who's with Renoa is probably in the Squall is dead timeline. Because that's a stupid theory. That's a stupid theory. And of course there's a KHF with Quistis, but there's not a KHF with Selfie. There's never a KHF with Selfie. Never with Selfie. It's funny, like, when I was replaying Final Fantasy VIII, like, I didn't like Renoa. I never used to like Renoa, but she honestly grew on me when I just woke up, hey, well, at least you didn't come into anything rude. Yeah, I used to hate Renoa, but like the more I played through the game again, the more she was growing on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm even falling for Renoa, like Squall. I mean, I might as well accept it. I'm probably is nobody. Obviously, I don't actually believe that. I have to make that notice because there are people who think when I make jokes like that, I actually believe it. And I'm like, you need to go outside and do some figuring out. You miss KHF being a Scooby-Doo villain, yes. You miss my very convincing performance as Squall. My epic disguise. They were all fooled. And then I was all like, it's me, Stream! It's me, Stream! It was me all along, Stream. I'm going to put the jacket back on just because... Oh! And the collar's trying to escape. Nah, I had to be dead about that time. Oh, is that how you sleep? You're dead, and then someone uses a phoenix down on you to bring you back. Oh, I should have brought them down with me, but these gloves I was wearing, these are my own leather gloves that I have, because the gloves that came with the costume like were awful. They were absolutely terrible. Like they look like they were done by someone who's never made a glove before. I mean, the rest of the costume's fantastic, but the person who sent it to me, they need to hire a new glove making guy. I should have brought them with me. But the leather pants, unfortunately, they're not leather. Unfortunately, they're not leather, which was a disappointment, but whatever, I can get over it. Miss JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Opportunity. I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so... Come at me, bro. I've got a gunblade. You will not punish me for having not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Bruh. Bro. Yes, I know I suck because I haven't. I will take you to my class to teach you JoJo's. I've never seen it either, to be fair, but I heard the meme. I don't even know much about the memes, so that's how much I suck. No, everyone and their mothers mothers tell me about JoJo, but I still have yet to watch it. So anyway. Gunblade as well. It's one of those things that I thought was dumb, but the older I get, the more I appreciate how dumb it actually is. Like, I'm just like, that is just so stupid that it's brilliant. Simple, I can find so many JoJo references inside the Bible. Well, I would have had to have seen JoJo in order to get that joke, so... You're talking to someone who reads the Bible, so... Anyway, I'm currently playing Tales of Vesperia Remaster. I've been meaning to get that, actually. I sadly didn't have the best history of people suggesting it to me. You shouldn't let that colour your view, though. You know, don't let the fandom spoil something for you. Like, I'm a, as you well know, I'm a Dragon Ball fan, but by and large, I hate a large part of the community of it. Now, I've met a lot of really cool Dragon Ball fans, but yeah, a large part of the community is insane. That's what put me off it for so long. But I learned that I shouldn't let that sort of community colour my views of the product, so... Oh yeah, I'm cooking some of my world famous KHF's world famous fajitas tonight, and maybe I should do a cooking show, dinner with KHF, rather, but that would just be the same thing every episode because that's the only thing I know how to cook. Lots of communities have a bad apple or two. Yeah, but the Dragon Ball community, it's more than a bad apple or two. Let me tell you, it's more than a bad apple or two. In fact, what you've got to look for is the good apple or two. Like guys who freak out just because in an episode of Super, Krillin was able to keep up with Goku in a sparring match, and we're trying to figure out how that's possible. Well, maybe Goku's just holding back to make it a fair fight and give Krillin a fair chance to properly train. It's not complicated. Teach me a Latina teacher how to go. Have I seen Snow White with red hair? What, like her sister, Rose Red? No, I haven't seen that. So, yeah, you see, I know my stuff. That's probably what it's in reference to, isn't it? Like the original tale. Whew, right. Trying to think what else is going on. Probably for the better that I put this jacket back on. You don't have to look at my hairy pits when I go and get my water, which I wash. Don't you worry. Gosh, I think about how much I think about how much I chuckle in these videos, and I think about like my earlier days on YouTube, and just like what a aggressive little prick I was, and like just think of what it would be like for that guy to see this guy now who's just chuckling away at the most ridiculous jokes. Actually, in essence, I wasn't that different from Squall. I know who you are, boy, because you're me. Well, that is what I realised about him playing through that game again. That's why I'm wearing this now. KHF is Mary Poppins, yo. Except that would have to be the reverse way round, because obviously KHF would be the one who knows who Mary Poppins is, and Squall wouldn't have that in his world. You look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? Hell yeah, he's cool. Kingdom Hearts 3 got updated with critical mode. Well, it was only a matter of time until it did. Isn't it getting like a new like story mission or something? Fairly soon. In Square recently announced that, which would be cool. I used to be a mad boy back in the day. What? I fell in with a bad crowd, but I got out of that. Got to go soon. Got school, so alright, well, see you, Chibi Potato Hana. It was good to have you here. And good luck with the school stuffs. The stream won't be going on much longer anyway. I normally only go for an hour, and I'm beginning to think maybe even an hour is a bit too long, because, like, you know, it's a struggle to think of many things to say, especially when you're doing this on a weekly basis. I need to think of a way to kind of make these more interesting. But it's still fun. It's still fun to chill and hang out with the fans. I do really love it. This is a me thing. I only have about 15-ish more hours. What, to live? What's happened? You're not going to die on us, are you? Don't go. True, I like the interactivity. And to watch, till I go to sleep. Oh, phew! Yeah, I love the interactivity, and you know, it's good to be getting content out there on a weekly basis. This is probably the most active I've been on this channel in a long time. So, in years, probably. So, you know, it's good to be getting back in the game. Right. How does going there for me? Yeah, you do. I think my heart skipped a beat. Yeah, this is the most active you've been, which is the good goods. Yeah, no, I'm glad I've been able to be as active as I have. I didn't think I'd really be able to keep this going for as long as I have. So, you know, I'm glad that we've gotten to this point. Well, like, you know, the whole reason for me dressing as Squall was to try and keep things interesting. So I've done Cloud. I'm gonna do Squall. Is the next in line Zidane? But I think I'm too tall for Zidane anyway. I'm not doing. Even though it would mean, you know, being with Yuna, I'm not going to be Tidus ever. Nobody wants to be Tidus. The only reason to be Tidus is so you can do the whole Not to sound pressuring. I look forward to when we can bring back casual anime talk. Yeah, no, I look forward to when we can do that again as well. Assuming we're not having connection issues. Anyway. Another protagonist I'm definitely never doing is Vaughn, because I hated Vaughn even more than I hated Tidus. But then again, he wasn't even really the protagonist of 12. 12 was Ash's story about trying to reclaim her kingdom. It was about Balthier facing his past. Vaughn was just kind of there. I also reckon I'm too tall to be a Noctis, but I could pull off a decent Ignis, I reckon, because of the glasses. Zidane could be... No, Zidane! I like Zidane. I'm saying my problem with me doing Zidane is that I'm too tall. It's, you know, Zidane and, well, the Final Fantasy 9 cast in general are quite short, aren't they? So, no, I love Zidane. Zidane my OG Final Fantasy protagonist, because 9 was my proper introduction to the series. I discovered it through 7 at a friend's house, but my first Final Fantasy game I owned was 9, and that ended up becoming my favourite video game of all time. How short are they? Well, I wouldn't say they're chibi, but like they're much more like deformed, sort of almost cartoony style to them, and I think that's what, after coming off the realistic style of Final Fantasy VIII, I think that put a lot of people off. And plus with Zidane, I wouldn't want to be dragging a monkey tail around the whole time. I was gonna say, although Zidane's interactions with Squall, or at least some of them, do kind of remind me of me and my best mate, actually, because, you know, because of course, you know, Squall's the brooding loner, and Zidane is, you know, everybody's pal. And, you know, not to say I don't like spending time with my mate, but like there are times when I just prefer to do things by myself or just be alone, and that's something that's never really registered with my mate. And like the perfect way to describe it would be the line from Squall in Dissidia: "He just doesn't get it, but I can live with that." So yeah, in essence, we're kind of like Squall and Zidane. uh, I yeah, but yeah, Zidane's cool. He's definitely one Final Fantasy MC I wouldn't mind hanging out with. Absolutely. But although, in saying that, like, I'd love to incorporate this costume into my videos, like having KHF be like, "I'm a mad, off-the-wall scientist with a big personality, constantly talking with his hands, and has the most out-there logic. What's your deal?" "I'm a seed mercenary. Don't really care for people. Prefer to be alone." "I smell a sitcom." I made that joke in a tweet, and like it's on out as literally just a, albeit admittedly stolen, joke. But after saying that, I was like, I kind of want to make this a thing, like do a really bad sitcom starring Dr. KHF and Squall. uh, oh gosh, I think that would be brilliant. There would have to be a. I wouldn't mind watching an episode 2 of that. Exactly. There would have to be an episode where they're forced to do a rendition of Opposites Attract by Paula Abdul. This is all. Gonna leave actually, see, man. Oh well, hope I didn't scare you off. Well, lovely to see you here. I hope the sitcom didn't scare you off. Got editing to do. Well, then, by all means, go do your editing. No, you must stay. You must behold my gloriousness. You must tell me how amazing I am. I'm joking, obviously. There was a time I probably would have said that. No, don't stay. Go do your editing. There's a time I probably would have said that seriously, but no, I honestly, I'm honestly kidding. Wait, am I putting my arm around the gun blade? This is Squall's true love. I just remembered I wanted to ask you something. Well, in theory, this is meant to be a live Q&A session, so by all means, go ahead. But it normally just devolves to accuse KHF of wanting to do dirty stuff with darkness. So, which is not true. It's fake news. It's all lies. maybe somewhat Big Bang Theory style KHF Sheldon and Squalus Leonard, maybe. Have I ever seen the what? I've ever seen the gender bend of Haruhi Suzumiya. I have. I think back in my dark days, my Haruhi phase, which I don't like remembering. I think I made some jokes about that actually could be interpreted as as being quite offensive actually nowadays. But I am aware of it and I did know of it. So yeah, but there's a rule on the internet about that, isn't there? If it exists, there's a gender bend version of it. But then again, when's the last time Haruhi was relevant? Puberty, a time of confusion and complete awkwardness. Well, when you're an Aspie, it's a time of obsession. Trust me, just put me next to you, and you'll no longer be seen as offensive. Okay, but yeah, that was the. I'm sorry if that wasn't the spectacular of an answer as you were looking for, but you know, as the years have gone on, well, I've tried to distance myself from Haruhi. But like I said, when's the last time Haruhi was relevant? Oh, Haruhi's dead. Yeah, no, accidentally stomped on her on the bridge. Just felt so guilty of been carrying her around all day. Oh, Haruhi, you're alive! She's alive, guys! What was your question again, bro? Oh, such an amazing character. Korg. But thanks to Korg, though, I can never, ever take death in fiction seriously again, because for me, it's always... like, I always... Lol, I don't know. I don't think you need to abandon stuff, just not go overboard. Yeah, well, Haruhi carries a lot of baggage for me. It was a dark time in my life. It holds a lot of difficult memories, that's the problem. But anyway, back to Korg. Yeah, Korg has pretty much ruined death in fiction for me, because whenever it happens, I can always hear in Korg's voice like, oh, Eris is dead. Yeah, no, Sephiroth stabbed her in the back. to give an example. So, yeah, he effectively ruined death for me in fiction because of the whole, oh, Meek's dead. Korg is a character from, well, technically from Marvel Comics, but the version I'm referencing is from Thor Ragnarok, which, if you haven't watched that, that's an amazing film. He's played by the film's director, Taika Waititi, who is absolutely the funniest man ever to have ever existed. So, like okay, best Korg. Korg thinks murder's a minor inconvenience. Well, he just kind of casually talks about it. He's like, "Oh, Doug, you tried to take on the champion, didn't you? All right, Doug's dead." It's like I started watching the Digimon Adventure Tri films, and at the start of it, it looks like the O2 characters die, and I'm just like, "Oh, Davis is dead." Oh, Davis is dead. Although Davis being dead is not a bad thing. I can hate Davis. Davis is the result of people trying to write a new version of Tai who didn't understand how his character worked. I mean, I honestly did like Digimon Adventure 02. I just couldn't stand Davis. He was the Jaden Yuki of Digimon. Get your Digivice on. Get your Digivolve on. I'm throwing down a Digivolution. Yeah, even the sword didn't like that. Or is it a gun? It was actually hilarious when I did the final battle against Ultimecia. in Final Fantasy VIII because I had Renoa with the recovery ability, which heals your HP to full every time, and I had Squall not only with Lionheart equipped, but 100 auras, which let you use Limit Break whenever you want. So I basically just kept Renoa healing everyone and just spammed limit breaks. Mostly with Squall because his limit break is the best one. And I basically cheesed the entire fight. Like with the right loadout, you can cheese that entire fight. Actually, with the way it works, like with KO'd characters getting lost in time, like I ended up with just having Renoa and Squall, and again, just the two of them, I cheesed the entire fight. Kind of poetic in a way, actually. Just the sorceress and her knight against the evil sorceress. Yeah. Especially like her final form has that attack, Hell's Judgment, which reduces everybody's HP to 1, and then, I'm just like, nope, healed it up with Renoa. There it is. Oh, we're going for an hour. Cool. Well, maybe we can keep it rolling a little longer. Just see if anybody else turns up, because I know some people come by late, because I know in some time zones I'm doing this really early, but really this is the only time I can do it that actually works. Maybe I'll try and do some other live streams with other things, like at a later point in the day for me, to try and, so more people can show up. But we'll see we'll see what happens with that. Pardon me. Poetic Justice, yeah, it was. Although, at the start of this video, didn't I say your score's 3-0 against Cypher? Technically, he's 3-1 because he does give him this at the start of the game, but that was just a sparring match, it wasn't a real fight. I can play the sequel, maybe I can. I am trying to do, I am thinking of trying to do some Let's Plays, even though it never really works out for me. But I was trying to do one of the Little Witch Academia game, because I've heard not good things about that, but I like Little Witch Academia. But when I started to film things for it, the dialogue scenes go on for a while, and they're not dubbed either. So like they go on for a while, and it did not make for entertaining viewing because it's just me trying to do voices for each of the characters, which sounds funny, but like. But the end of it, I was just like, I can't keep doing this. That I was quite proud of my Susie voice, which was like this. By the way, the character model they've got for Lotte in that game is horrifying. She looks like an alien robot Lotte, and I'm like, right, who are you and what have you done with Lotte? Don't push me! I know it's kind of hard, like, transferring 2D characters into that pseudo 3D style they have there, but Lotte's character model is terrifying in that game. with the way her eyes work in her glasses. It's terrifying. But that didn't work out, but I mean maybe I'll try it again when I'm in a better mood. Maybe. But that's probably not gonna happen, but maybe I can try some other games. Or do another Nuzlocke challenge. Could try that. Could try that again. So I'm like, hey! The guy who didn't believe me when I said darkness is a masochist. Don't worry, I haven't said anything wrong. I was just perplexed about that. You've missed a great session of me when I was disguised as Squall and fooling everybody into thinking the stream had been taken over. They were all fooled, but it was in fact me, the master of disguise. who botched his own big reveal by knocking the camera down. No, I'm not going to let that go. And don't you dare sing the song. I don't know why I keep tapping this on my shoulder. But it actually feels good. I'm going to get some of the knots out my back. I don't even know what I'm doing. But actually, the camera always keeps getting knocked down. Yeah, I know. And because it's live, I can't edit it out. I was gonna say, actually, all things considered, there's been a lack of darkness in this. In fact, there's been less and less darkness jokes in the streams in general. But I think that's because the joke's kind of running its course now, or that and the usual perpetrators haven't been here. I know who you are. You will not accuse me of doing naughty things with darkness. It's all fake news. You don't have to worry about a specific system for the spirit. I know it's on multiple devices. I just haven't gone around to getting it yet. I haven't even finished Berseria because I've got so many other games I needed to play. Well, I didn't need to play, but I wanted to play them. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying desperately now to be interesting. Should probably just start wrapping things up in a bit, shouldn't I? But yes, if anybody tells you that I am currently being Darkness's master, it's all lies. It's all deceit. It's fake news. It's all lies. I am not engaging in that BDSM shit with Darkness. It's not true. It's impossible for one thing, considering she's just a drawing. In fact, before she was even a drawing, she was written word on a piece of paper. Oh gosh. Though she'd probably get off on the idea of paper cuts. So that was bad. That was bad. This is what the internet has done to me. I'm a good boy, damn it. I'm a good boy. I've seen some clips after hearing Christina V's performance of Darkness. I can't help but to Velvet from Berserker having a masochistic side and laugh. Oh yeah, because she does her voice in the dub. When obviously there wasn't a dub of KonoSuba when I first watched it. I watched the subtitled version. I've heard some clips from the dub, and it's actually, from what I've heard, was actually pretty decent. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the dub at some point. Maybe not. I don't know. But watching it dubbed or sub isn't a big deal to me anymore. I know it used to be, but these days I watch most things in Japanese anyway. I mean, I've got to brush up on my Japanese for when my sister has her kids. So when they're a bit older and they try being rude to me in Japanese, I can be all like, I know what that means, young lady. Looking forward to meeting my nieces later this year, actually. Petra says, going ham as usual. Who does he voice in it? Because obviously I haven't watched the dub, so I only know who do the voices of the main characters. But if you haven't watched KonoSuba, I highly recommend KonoSuba because it's a great laugh. Its art style is beautiful, which was what attracted me to it in the first place. It's a really fun series. It really got me, like, it lit that anime flame in me again. Voices the Headless Horseman. Oh, right, yes. Oh, God, now I can picture him in that role. Like, oh, gosh. Now I kind of have to watch it. I can picture him in that role, and I think he'd do really well. So what makes me laugh about the Headless Horseman is his horse is also headless. I think that's a small thing, but that is brilliant. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. Like, have I met Patrick? No, I haven't. He's one I'd like to meet. I've never met him before. I've met Christina V actually, and were the Darkness perpetrators here, they'd all be making accusations to me right about now, but which are not true. No, I don't have naughty thoughts about Darkness all the time. Anyway, I should probably wrap things up now. It's been going for an hour and 10 minutes, so I should probably bring things to an end. But thank you again to everybody who turned up. We'll try and do this again, same time next week. We'll try and get some more content out there, but who knows? And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I need to say. So thanks everybody for coming by and joining me and Squall for this. Can't be bothered to put the whole wig back on. But we'll see you later. Probably shouldn't take up ventriloquism. See ya. I'm signing off.